Folks, we're getting ready to start, so if you could make sure that your cell phones are muted. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to those of you who are here in the sanctuary and to those of you who are online. I'm Sharon Tice, and I'm your practitioner of the day. So let us begin. Welcome to this new day. Begin by relaxing into your chair. Close your eyes or keep a soft gaze. Take a deep breath. And then with your exhale, release any old, unwanted messages and feelings. Then with each inhale, breathe in the fresh new air with gratefulness. And then with gratitude, breathe out the old, the unwanted. As each breath refreshes your body, focus on the vision of refreshing your consciousness. Release the old and breathe in the new. Refresh your body and refresh your soul. Focus on caring for yourself, treating yourself with kindness. Take care of yourself with the love that you are. And as you begin to return to the room, and before you open your eyes, remember that whatever you manifest in your life begins with your thoughts and your beliefs. So hold love in your thoughts, love for others, and love for yourself. And remember to start this day and every day with feelings of love and gratitude. Namaste.
Good morning, CSL Prescott, here and online. The monsoons have finally arrived, and I hope you're as delighted as I am. The other day, I don't know about where you live, but the other day there was wind, rain, hail, and bits of sunshine all at one time, and 102 degrees in Dewey. But that's for Spirit to handle, not me. My name is Kathleen. I welcome you here this morning to the center. Once again today, we invite Reverend Kath to our center, and as always, we're delighted to have her on this very eventful day concerning our voting for the new minister. On Tuesday, August the 1st, the Science of Mind magazine circle will meet at 5:30 on Google Meet, and please check your Sunday program for the link. Saturday, August the 19th, a new class begins with Hazel Bowman from 8:30 to 11:30. It is entitled Ignite Your Life, and it has to do with the Bible and using the Bible to ignite our lives. It's an accredited class, and please refer to the sign-up sheet in the lobby for all the information concerning the class. And now, Tom would like your attention for a few minutes.
Good morning. We talk a minute about our voting. Right after service, we're going to have a Q&A session up here, right after our prayer. Those of you that want to stay, and I hope all of you do, because it's about our center, and so you can ask any questions of the board or Reverend Kath, who will be up here. As you leave here, go out to Sibley Hall, and there'll be people checking you off on the computer and handing you a ballot. Mark your ballot and place it in the ballot box. Those members that are online, you will get a ballot automatically, and you'll have 24 hours to return it so that we can get the ballots counted and get the votes counted so we know where we stand with our new minister. Also, last week I promised you some good news, and so I hope you feel it's as good news as I do. Jackson and I have been putting together a concert for our center, and it is called the Led Zeppelin, thank you. Tribute band, and they will be here in October. Not only will it be for all of you, but hopefully we'll have people from the outside coming in. We'll advertise it. We think it'll bring in between $500 and $1,000 to our center after expenses. Next good news, we had a third air conditioner go out. And as you know, they cost about $10,000 a piece. But this time, Nancy has gone online and found a window/portable air conditioners that we can use. They cost about $300 or $400 a piece. And if they do work, instead of spending $10,000, we'll buy 4 of them and spend about $1,300. So that should keep the whole lobby area cool if they work. We have one here now, and we'll get it put together this week. And the third thing was, many months ago when we were working on the Labyrinth area, a lady that came over that volunteered to help, and I got talking to her, and she got talking about grants and how we might apply for a grant. So I got Sudra and Nina working on it, and in the process they found that our tax numbers were out of alignment with the IRS, so they had to go through the process of getting that squared away. But they finally got it done. They applied for the grant, And I understand there's a check in the mail for about $20,000. So we have a lot of wonderful people doing a lot of wonderful things here in this center. And I want to congratulate everybody for all their dedication and their help. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to this morning. It's a joyous morning. And I would like to begin with our invocation prayer. So let us go into prayer. For what we know is that there is only the one, the being, the energy, the all, which is known by so many different names throughout the world. It is the one, the God, Great Spirit, the Goddess, and so many other names. But no matter the name, it is love. It is joy. It is knowledge. It is the one mind. And all things are a part of this one, including all of us here today. Being a part of this one, we also have access to love, to joy, to knowledge, and to all good things. And so being here together, we listen, we learn, we sing, we pray, and we know the wondrous joys of being a part of this one, this only. And so it is.
Stand up. We're gonna do a little gospel song here. We want you up.
We're gonna gospel up.
So we're beating Jackson today, as you can see. I think he's up on the mountain doing a silent fast for a few days. That's what
Probably not.
No, but you know what I always say, when you hear Jackson, he has a whole orchestra behind him. But we have you.
Yes. This choir. Look at you. Oh, so beautiful.
So, okay. The words are up there for this song, and it's a really nice little gospel song by Reverend Guy.
Need a little kindness in this world. We all need more kindness in this world. You may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need more kindness in this world. We all need more loving in this world. We all need more loving in this world. You may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need more loving in this world. We all need more laughter in this world. We all need more laughter in this world. You may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need more laughter in this world. We all need more friendship in this world. We all need more friendship in this world. You may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need more friendship in this world. world. We all need more peacetime in this world. You may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need more peacetime in this world. We all need more kindness in this world.
Yes, we do.
We all need more kindness in this world. You may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need more kindness in this world. We got it here.
No place else to go but where? The Center for Spiritual Living Prescott. Welcome, everyone. I'm Karen Rader, one of the 8 practitioners, licensed practitioners here. We're all practitioners, right? And it is my honor to be service leader today and to welcome you online, everyone here in person, and to know that this is really a special day as we are also calling forth the minister that we would like to see be our senior minister and voting today. So thank you. I'll just keep planting that seed. But you're just welcome here just as you are, just as you're not, just as you want to be. It doesn't matter. We love you uniquely how you are in this moment and every moment, and honor your path always. So thank you for being with us today. And thank you, Sharon, for lovely pre-service meditation. Wasn't that beautiful? And the practitioners here like to pray and teach, so the classes are awesome. Hazel's class coming up will be great. If you have a birthday in the month of August next week, you can get a birthday gift card and have a practitioner session, or you can schedule a session with a practitioner if you would like. We have the 3-minute miracle at the end of the service, and because we're going to be registering and voting out in Sibley Hall, we'll do the 3-minute miracle. If anyone wants prayer, you can go into the little practitioner room. That's that little room on the other side of those windows, if you like, and there'll be a practitioner there for you. If you have a request for prayer, please fill out one of the requests in the seat in front of you, these purple forms, and if you put it in the box out front when you leave, the practitioners will be praying on those requests for the next week, and we meet on Mondays, and we do get requests during the week, but just know you will not be forgotten. We'll be with you in prayer. And if you have a surgery or a procedure coming, if you let us know, we will do a virtual prayer at the time of your procedure. And we do that often, and it's been very helpful, and we've gotten lots of positive feedback. In fact, yesterday I did get a call from somebody whose granddaughter has done amazingly well. It was 2 years ago. They didn't think she was going to do well at all, and we love hearing back on these positive, wonderful answers to prayer. So thank you. And now is that beautiful time, I'll call the candlelighters up, where we honor all faith traditions. And we have right now a group that we light a candle for here of some of the larger religions of the world, but we know no one is left out from this. Okay? We light a candle for Christianity based on the teachings of Jesus the Christ, who taught the path of love, forgiveness, and healing by the presence within.
For Islam, the practice of submitting to the will of God as revealed to his prophets, peace be upon them, who taught that there is one God, creator of the heaven and earth.
For Judaism, a community of shared laws, traditions, and family ties which began with a covenant between Abraham and God.
For Buddhism, the middle path that ends suffering and awakens mindfulness and compassion.
For Hinduism, the path of knowledge, action, and devotion.
For Native American traditions and those who walk the Good Red Road, including the people of the sun that we know as the Yavapai.
For Baha'i, the path of unity and peace.
For the goddess traditions, embracing the divine feminine as mother, maiden, and crone, or wisdom keeper.
And for the science of mind, which is the philosophy of life that teaches there is a power for good in the universe, and we can use it. Thank you, Laura and Sonia. Thank you, Sharon. And now we'll do our affirmation, if you would join us. We are here for God. Our purpose is to express the nature of God as love, abundance, and joy in everything we do. The good we seek for ourselves is what we desire for all people everywhere. Thank you. And now we are so immensely blessed to have Tom and Krista Agostino, who are our musicians, and they look a little like Jackson too. Do you kind of think so?
If she stands on my shoulders.
That's about
So what this song is, the song I'm going to do now is a song you guys sing here a lot. You know what you sing, but as I've said before, when we've sung this song, I really love this song a lot. I see it as a love song. I see it as Frankie Avalon singing to Annette Funicello, or Smokey Robinson
She's got to.
singing it. So what I've done is it's basically the same song, but I've added a little bridge where I do oohs, and then she sings. So you have a choice. If you're brave and daring, you can follow me, or else you can follow her.
Be really brave.
God is,
I am right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am. Right here, right now, right here, right now, God is, I am. God is, I am. Right here, right now, right here, right now, God is, I am. God is, I am. Right here, right now, right here, right now, God is, I am. God is, I am. Right here, right now, right here, right now, God is, I am. God is, I am. Right here, right now, right here, right now, God is.
Thank you, Tom and Krista, and all the voices that joined in, because as we know, God is, and God is all there is. And so now, if you would sit comfortably in your chairs, close your eyes, or keep a soft gaze. Breathe deeply and relax your body. Focus on releasing the old and breathing in the new. Focus on treating others with love and kindness. Focus on treating yourself with love and kindness. Hold love in your heart and know gratitude for all of the good that Spirit has to offer, if we only open ourselves up to all of that good. And now, as you take a deep breath and return to this room, again, remember that all we have to do is open ourselves up to all of the good that Spirit is. Namaste.
Yeah. And we'll sing this song. It's called Wash Over Me. And back then this wasn't even here then. We were singing from there. And Rosie Centano was sitting right in the front row, second seat, and she was 8.5 months pregnant. And as I was singing this song, Spirit came to her and said, "You're giving birth tonight." And my name is
Amaya, meaning night rain.
Night Rain.
It was a monsoon day.
And she gave birth that night, weeks early. Even when she called her midwife and said, "You're not giving birth now. It's just a, whatever." No. And she gave birth that night. So, if anybody here's pregnant,
Get ready.
so this song is called Wash Over Me. Night in the desert, no comfort inside. I'm by myself, but I know I'm not alone. I reach through the darkness, and I pull on the light, and I let it
Wash right over me. Right over me. It's pouring down, lifting my heart, turning me all around. Right over me. Oh, hallelujah. I let it wash right over me. right over me. It's pouring down, lifting my heart, turning me all around, right over me. Oh, hallelujah, I let it wash right over me.
Deep in the darkness, light do I know. I hear a small voice, it's starting to grow.
And like a river reaching the sea, I let it wash right over me, right over me.
It's pouring down,
But it's pouring down,
in my heart,
lifting my heart all around, right over me. Oh, hallelujah, let it wash right over me.
I let it
Wash right over me. I let it wash right over me.
Thank you.
Washes like that beautiful fountain. It's just so pretty.
Oh, thank you, Krista and Tom. How wonderful to have you with us today. Oh, it's a special day, and we love it every time you come, so thank you. You get better with age, so do you think we're all getting better with age? Let's hear it. Yes. Why not? We get to choose. We're choosing all the time, and it's glorious and great, and I am so grateful to introduce our speaker today, which is not a surprise or someone new to most of you, is Reverend Kath DePalma, who has been our interim minister for the last year and a half, forever. She's been, come on up. Let's hear it. I mean that in a very good way. We are so delighted that she has brought us and helped and walked with us, companion through our newness. So thank you.
And Karen, I'm delighted too to be with all of you. Good morning. What a great morning we have here. Oh, wow. Today is the day. Today is the day. So I got to see online your weekend last weekend, your Sunday. I couldn't see the whole thing, but that was quite a Sunday that you had with Reverend Tracy. I could feel the energy over all the way into Seattle, so I'm sure it went even farther than that. But you know, you created that powerful weekend that you had with her. You created that. Everyone played a part in the creation of that. Oh, powerful creators that you are. Give yourselves a hand. Well, you know, today's the day started out as a joke many years ago when my husband John and I were expecting a child. And so it's very apropos that you mentioned the birth thing, because really what's been going on with the center is a birth thing. But anyway, we used to joke around about, you know, today's the day. You know, today's the day that he's coming. We didn't know it was a he. I don't think we wanted to know at that point. But we would say today's the day. And I think it was because John was a first-time father at the age of 46. So I think he was preparing himself. Anyway, we kind of laughed about it until one day I walked out of the bedroom and I was not laughing, and I had a very hard time spitting out those words. And 3.5 hours later, Joseph was born. So, yes, Today's the day. So we do play around with that still to this day, even with other things. So today is the day. Trying to wake up to the day. So I'm doing this meditation series by Deepak Chopra. I really love him. He just is doing some wonderful work. And this one is shedding the weight, mind, body, and spirit. And in it, he says every brain cell in our body, all 100 billion of them, are fully present in the moment. All 100 billion in our brains, every cell of them is present in the moment. So what does that mean? Well, think about it. We wouldn't be here if they were not fully present. It's not that they're just there. They have to be fully present to what is going on. They have to be in on what's happening with us. They have a job to do to keep us alive. All systems are a go and depend on them. All the functions of our body could not take place without them being fully present in the now moment, responsive to our needs. What a miracle that is. And yet it's such a natural. And it is evidence of this infinite intelligence that created us and what it can do. This is just only a small little thing of what it can do. So the point of mentioning that is now, the now moment is where it's at. It's where everything happens, where the magic happens, where the juice is, where the life force is, where our essence resides, where our higher self, if you want to say it that way, resides. That is all present. And sometimes where are we? Sometimes where are we? We're off somewhere else. We go on these beautiful walks. There's so much nature where we live, and nature gets it. The bees have been on the lavender. Oh my gosh, they know where the feast is. They're enjoying themselves. And, so what gets in the way of us living on and being in this place? Well, what gets in our way is when we focus on our attention on the past. Anyone ever do that, or is it just me? Just me, okay. I'll skip over that one. Anybody ever get caught up in their old story? It's easy to do, even though we know better. Anyone, believe that is the only story? Or believe that, that's who we are. So whenever we move out of alignment with those billion brain cells and out of alignment with life and how it works, whenever we move out of alignment, then we get into all sorts of trouble, don't we? Just lots of things. Nothing's happening. Fretting about the future is another one. We all are familiar with these, so we're not going to spend much time here. So what helps us get back on track? Well, our spiritual practices. And those look very, very different from one person to another. Long ago I used to think, oh yes, everyone has to do it this way because this way is working for me. And then I learned that whether you're aware of it or not, everyone has some little practice. Maybe they need to elaborate on it a little more, or maybe they need to change it up a little bit more or center in on it more. But everybody has something they do that kind of calms them and brings them to the day, brings them in. So that's what, we want to do. Spiritual mind treatment. What is the purpose of spiritual mind treatment? The purpose of spiritual mind treatment is to get our heads on straight, to focus, to be able to think straight, to be able to know the truth, to be able to remember who we are. who are we? What are we? We're eternal beings. We're invincible beings, here to have a good time. Who's having a good time? Good answer. So I can't stress this enough, that in the now moment is our power to create alongside the universe, alongside the creator of worlds. And whether you know it or not, that's what you as a community have done with your sacred covenant and all the work that you've been doing. You've been working alongside the universe, the infinite, this infinite intelligence, to bring about what is. So this now moment is where the action is. It's not later when we leave these doors. It didn't happen before we entered it was happening at those times. It'll happen again, but right now is where it's at. This is where creation is happening. In this sacred space, creation is happening. Are we present enough to enjoy it? We have to keep calling ourselves back into the room from our to-do list or what we have to do later or any of those other things that are calling us, because we have them, but we have to enjoy the moment. So there's a great little story about Marilyn Monroe. Some of you might have heard it. She's walking down the street one day, and nobody recognizes her. And somebody asks, and in her day, you would recognize her. I Googled her because I wanted to know how to describe her, and they said that she was the most popular sex symbol in the 50s. Now, this is how we've come a long way in how we talk about women. Praise God. But she was considered a sex symbol, and you would have known her if she was walking down the street. So the person asked her, they said, well, how can that be? How could they not recognize? No one recognized who you are? And she said, I hadn't turned her on yet. I hadn't turned her on yet. That wasn't the real her. Who knew what the real were? I think there's a movie out. It's kind of telling more about who she really is. But, she hadn't turned her on yet. And I think we can use that concept. We do kind of turn on to a public image. We're something different at our homes. We're different when we're alone. We're different when we're with our family members. And then we're in public, we're different. But I'm talking about a switch here that goes deeper. It's one that we have to turn on, and we have to turn our consciousness on. We have to get ourselves to that place where we're awake. Sometimes we don't want to be awake. Sometimes we don't want to face the day. Sometimes we don't want to face our problems. That happens too. But we can really tell when the switch is on, and we know when we're off, right? Sometimes we can see it in each other. We might say, wow, she's really off today. Or she's really on today. Or we might say to the person, if we can say this to them, you're really not yourself today, or you're really on today. Right? We've said those kinds of things. So that's what we're talking about. When we have that on switch, that higher self, we know ourselves as spiritual beings, as those invincible spirits. We take our power back. Things just flow. Reverend Tracy talked a little bit about that, her spiritual self versus her small I self last week. So when we're living in the present moment, fully engaged, giving ourselves our best love and attention, and giving all those around us our best love and attention, we rock. Energy abounds. We're magnets for good. Just, good just keeps coming to us. When we talk about a magnetic personality, it's because the attraction factor is on. Because we turned it on. The person turned it on. So That's why I always say, God, you're on. So God's in the room, you are on. Goddess is in the room, you are on. You know, it's a simple thing to just kind of remember. It's always there. It's always available to us. We just have to remember it before we go into the room with a, maybe a difficult conversation that needs to be had, or something that we have to, tell our kids, or, whatever it is, or just even our day. We have to remind ourselves that God is on today. Oh, goody. I know that sounds so simple, but so how we show up every day makes a difference to the world. We don't know that we're making a difference to the world with everything that we do. No matter how we feel or what we're experiencing, we are the very power and presence of Spirit. We're the very power and presence of Spirit as us, and knowing that changes everything. It changes everything. So, while today is the day, every day is the day. Every day is the day. To the degree that we show up alive, awake, enthusiastic, ready to go to what is. Every day. So, today is the day for your big vote. That's huge. We've waited for this a long time. I didn't know I was going to be spending this much time with you either. But I have to say, it's been a very, very good thing. We made lists of things that have been accomplished yesterday with the leadership. The lists and lists and lists of things that have been accomplished. And I can say, most of all, everyone has gone deeper within themselves. They've gone deeper within themselves. You're not the same people. I'm not the same person either that I was when we started. You're not the same person that you were when we started. So much good. We've been on a path, and Spirit has been doing some really good work in and through and as us. So we are having a moment today, bringing our best love and attention to this situation and to this vote, to each other, and that's going to take us into a whole new story. So are you ready? Yes. Okay, so we're it's kind of wrapping this up so you can make your vote. I ran across this quote by Vernon Howard. Who remembers Vernon Howard? Goes way back, yes. And he wrote this in this book called Psychopictography. Yeah, it's old. And he says, remember this, the truth when it arrives is always different from what we thought it would be. If we imagine that we already know the truth, that imagination is based on old and habitual ideas. But the truth is always something entirely new to the mind. Therefore, we cannot know what a new day is like before we experience it. We cannot think accurately about a new truth until we first live it. Good stuff, huh? The truth has arrived, and it is different. And praise God for that, right? We don't want the same old, same old. We've done that already. We want something new and different, something that'll excite us, something that'll get us out of bed in the morning. So we have done some excellent work, and the truth is that your beautiful demonstration of a minister that represents love, wholeness, and joy, which were the three qualities in the sacred covenant, love, wholeness, and joy. That minister has appeared. And, when the conditions are right, just like when Joseph came in, when the conditions are right, things happen very fast. They are upon us. So now it's time for you to take the next step. And we don't know what the future looks like. We don't know how this is going to play out. We do know that it can only be more wonderful than ever before. How do I know that? Because that is how life works. It works, it's designed to get better and better and better, to free us up and bring us more joy than ever before. So I found this, so I must say that, I am very happy to be with you. You'll see a little bit more of me. I will be coming back in September. I will be helping with the transition of the new minister in, and I will miss you all very, very much. I will. And you'll always be in my heart. So I ran across this beautiful poem by Khalil Gibran on fear. And this is what he says. It is said that before entering the sea, a river trembles with fear. She looks back at the path she has traveled from the peaks of the mountains, the long winding road crossing forests and villages, and in front of her she sees an ocean so vast that to enter there seems nothing more than to disappear forever. But there is no other way. The river cannot go back. No one can go back. To go back is impossible in existence. The river needs to take the risk of entering the ocean, because only then will fear disappear. Because that's where the river will know it's not about disappearing into the ocean, but of becoming the ocean. Becoming the ocean. So today is the day. The moment is now. So let's know this together, that we do have the courage to move forward, that we are invincible spirits. There is much more to us than meets the eye, that we are immersed in this principle, this divine and perfect love, this infinite intelligence, this universal God mind is working with us. And while the future will require even more of us, it will also bring us greater joy, greater freedom, and greater love. And so we are the ones to take this to the next level and the next step, to open the new door, because we are ready. We have been well prepared, and we are ready. And for this, we give thanks. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. And please say together with me, and so it is. Thank you. Today's the day.
Thank you, Reverend Kath. That was so inspiring. And every day is the day and the moment, and we are grateful. Let's anchor in what you have shared today and awakened in our hearts with a song with. And shall we all stand for this? Yes.
The words. And I think most of you have sung this with us before. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Kind friends all gather round. There's something I would say. What brings us together here has blessed us all today. Love has made a circle, and it holds us all
side. Strangers are as family, and loneliness can't hide. So give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your heart to the tears and the laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. I've walked these mountains in the rain. I've learned to love the wind. Been up before the sunrise to watch the day begin. But I always knew I'd find you, though I never did know how. Like sunshine on a cloudy day, you stand before me now. So give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your heart to the tears and the laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Love is made of fire and planted like a seed. Love can't give you everything, but it gives you what you need. Love comes when you're ready. Love comes when you're afraid. It will be your greatest teacher, the best friend you've ever made. So give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your heart to the tears and the laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. You must give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your heart to the tears and the laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to love.
Thank you. Good choir. Thank you. Thank you. I love that song from many years back, and it's good. And I invite us all to again acknowledge both Krista and Tom, but I want to acknowledge Reverend Kath for being here today and opening the path for us. All that love in. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. And it's never over. It's just beginning. Woo! Okay, now is the time in our service where we have our offerings. So if you have something in the physical realm that you want to offer today in the collection, you can do that. You may have done it on Breeze or online or any other way, whatever way you choose to give. But no, you also are giving something very big and very powerful, and that is your consciousness. You are here by divine appointment to share your gifts with this center, and there isn't a corner of the world, the planet, the universe that is untouched by what happens here. So if you have a gift, you can hold it over your heart. If you want to just hold it and know what you are giving from your consciousness, whatever that is, it's big. Allow that to be, as we say together, divine love in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, life. And thank you, Tom and Krista, for coming up again.
What an amazing day. Wow. So this is a song that was written by a very dear friend of ours who passed up into the heavens last year. She was just, a blessing to this world. And I hope
Basically
you...
the godmother of folk music in
There's
Arizona.
that. It's true, yes.
Andy Folky, she was a
Andy,
big part of
yeah.
the folk music community. And
So, I hope you like this. It's late again, and the moon is at the window. Diamond stars are shining in the sky. Go to sleep, my darlings, don't you cry now. It's just the wind and a coyote lullaby. Once upon a time there was a house up on the hill. Hadn't been for time, we would be there still. But there's no turning back, time's a trickster, so it seems. Even true believers can't remember all their dreams. It's late again, and the moon is at the window. Diamond stars are shining in the sky. Go to sleep, my darlings, don't you cry now. It's just the wind and a coyote lullaby. Well, up in Prescott where the mountains shine so blue, there's a Yavapai basket weaver spinning magic true. When I was a little girl, I believed in all her dreams. Wise ones know when the cold wind blows, it isn't always as it seems. It's late again, and the moon is at the window. Diamond stars are shining in the sky. Go to sleep, my darlings, don't you cry now. It's just the wind and a coyote lullaby. Don't you know that all you are just takes my breath away? Never met a truer heart or kinder souls along the way. I'll lend my shoulder when the night bird sings too long, and tell you stories of the basket weaver's song. It's late again, and the moon is at the window. Diamond stars are shining in the sky. Go to sleep, my darlings, don't you cry now. It's just the wind and a coyote lullaby. It's just the wind and a coyote lullaby.
Thank you.
Wow, that is so, so beautiful. And I wonder if that's what the coyote was doing outside my window last night at 4 a.m. And I mean, I was out looking in the blinds. I could have sworn it was right under the window, but nobody was there. Richard slept through the whole thing, but this coyote was just going at it. So thank you. It kind of brings full circle that lullaby. I did feel blessed, you know. I didn't mind it woke me up. I just feel blessed by all of you, by our nature, by our gifts. And if you would bring those gifts back up again, thank you. That have come, all the gifts that are in this that make this place a better world, a better togetherness, whatever it is, we know that we bless it, Spirit blesses it, and there is nothing left out of the goodness that happens right here for this Center for Spiritual Living and centers everywhere. We honor it all. We are grateful, 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 and with curiosity we watch as it all dances and unfolds in life. And so it is. Thank you.
Can you direct the 3-minute prayer to the minister?
Okay, always thinking of what next. So, now is a time for us to invite our kids in. Oh, visitors, I did that again. Don't tell Jackson, shh. Okay. He coaches me. So visitors, if you are here for the first time, if it's comfortable for you, please stand and say your name and where you're from, and let us warmly welcome you here. Well, we're glad you're with us today, Lisa and Jim.
My name is Robert. I live in Prescott Valley. My spiritual journey began at the Pacific Church of Religious Science with Kathy Hearn
Oh,
a little over 30 years ago. So it's a little bit like coming home.
yes. Oh, thank you for sharing that. Anybody else? Okay. Now, dance. Okay, got it. I am just, yeah, I know. I'm just like so excited today. I have to ground myself. Okay, and when you're a visitor here, you're welcome to a book in our used bookstore, so please choose one of those before you leave. So thanks. Now, can I do kids? You know, I've been running around with kids. We've been back in Indiana playing with grandkids, so I'm really into kids. Okay, so we've got a big guy coming with us. Come on in. Thank you. And before we do anything else, what would you like to share with us today?
So first off, we had 2 other people in our class. They just didn't want to come up. But also we talked about affirmations and how sometimes it's hard to affirm yourself. Actually, a lot of the time it's hard to affirm yourself. Sorry, I misspoke there. Yeah, it's because we're doing this project where we put like tape on the fence. I think it's tape, I don't know. To write an affirmation on the fence on the playground. Ooh. So yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Seamus. And thank you those who aren't ready to come up. It's okay, isn't it? Tell me one affirmation that went on the fence.
No. No, there's only gonna be one.
Oh, there's only going to be one. Okay.
But we haven't made.
Okay. Okay, so something to look forward to. We'll find this out later, right? Okay, I have just an announcement before we go further and complete our service today. And that is we have opportunities. So one opportunity is to stay in the sanctuary for Q&A with Reverend Kath and the board. It will be pretty brief, not a long afternoon. You know, you didn't have to bring your sleeping bags or anything. It's just a brief Q&A opportunity. Those people who stay in the sanctuary can go in to register and vote in Sibley Hall after the meeting. If you're not staying for the meeting, you can go out into Sibley Hall, register and vote. That's for those who are members. And we're voting on Tracy Herrick, Reverend Tracy Herrick, who was here last week, and whether we choose her as our senior minister here. And that is our opportunity to do today. And if you choose to have a 3-minute miracle before you do either of those things, a practitioner will meet you in the little practitioner room right outside of, oh no, wait a minute, I've been changed. This is, be open to change. Have you ever heard that one? And to choices. So we have the choice to use the minister's office out here because there'll be some activities in that room, so we're not going to use that room. So am I making sense?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Okay, now we can stand and do our peace song. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is happening through my mind, my body, and my affairs. I think it, I believe it, I feel it, I know it, I accept it. Thank you, life. There is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. In God as Creator, we're a family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me, and this is the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
Hey, Mike, Want to turn the lights back on up here, please? Thank you.
Well, they're leaving anyway.